What's going down, people? What's going down? So I put something out on Twitter a little bit ago. Got a bunch of questions, so we're going to answer some of those. This is political. So unfortunately, in times like we're in now, there's not left, there's not right, because both sides are pissed off at the direction the country's heading. So I've got the guys' input, because we gameplayed this, then a bunch of guys that I went to school with. We got kind of like a little bit of a little poli-sci think tank. And we're hearing stuff from within different entities of state and federal government where there's some changes coming, and it doesn't matter which party you support or have supported, this could be good for Americans. But the word coming out is that President Biden is not going to make it much longer before resigning due to health concerns. It's unfortunate, because before I'm anything, I'm a human being and I don't want to see anybody suffer. But unfortunately, the man that we see now isn't the man we saw 20 years ago. And I can tell you that I saw and watched and studied a bunch of fiery debates that Joe Biden was a part of when he was a senator. And that man and this man are two completely different men now. So he's got some stuff going on. I don't know whether it's going to be cancer, Alzheimer's, or some other degenerative condition that he's suffering from, but I wish him all the best. The people that thrust him into that position, being that he was already suffering from it in 2020, shame on you. We're supposed to honor our elders, and you should not put someone into a position where there's no possibility of success. And they did it for selfish reasons. So the best to him, and what he's got left in his long life, he can enjoy it with his grandkids, so on and so forth. All personal opinions aside of the man, I do wish him the best. So there's a couple of different outlooks and plays to where this could go. So we're looking pre-midterms. Kamala Harris resigns and accepts a position within the administration that's not the vice president. Her popularity ratings, performance ratings, and everything have dropped faster. I can't even use that analogy. I'll offend people. They're in the basement. But between her and President Biden, we have the worst inflation the country's ever seen. When they assumed office, we had energy independence as the American people. Energy independence. We no longer have that. So the economy is taking a shit. The market's about to crash, and we've talked about that. The housing market is taking a huge, ginormous shit, worse than 2008. Foreign policy is the worst that it has been in, what, 40 years? So, with that being said, Kamala Harris steps down. Joe Biden then selects Gavin Newsome as vice president. It's not going to make a lot of people happy, but he's connected with a political group of traditional Democrats. So moving forward, this could be good for us. So then after the midterms, Joe steps down. Gavin assumes the chair, not as a elected, but as a appointed, and then selects Peter Buttigieg for vice president. They like him. They like him. The left likes the Newsome Buttigieg ticket for 24, so this will give him a head start. Buttigieg checks the boxes for some of the progressives. However, with this being said, I see Newsome definitely adjusting fire and shifting away from the current policies of this administration, reestablishing energy independence, turning back on pipelines, renewing natural gas and oil permits, so on and so forth. Energy independence is key to a good economy. Why does this matter to us as investors? Because a good economy means there's money to be made. Most of us are looking to get out of the market once a couple of our plays are done with. So with this shift, this could mean more money available for us to make in the market, being the savvy investors that we are, especially having the amount of assets coming out of these plays that we're going to have to play with. So I do believe we're still going to have the crash. We're still going to go to digital currency. I think that's going to play forward, and it's going to bump right into establishing that energy independence again. While I do support the EV market, Tesla and the others, until we can find a way to solve the issue of charging EVs without using fossil fuels, we're not there yet. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, we're not there yet with EVs. Yes, it's a huge step in the right direction, but we don't control the source for the batteries, the lithium batteries and all the components. Those come from abroad. We're using fossil fuels to power these vehicles. There's, oh, I got solar. You know how long it would take to solar charge one of these EVs? A long time. We're not there yet. Do I think we'll be there in the near future? Absolutely. So I see them shifting away from that, and that may piss the progressives off a little bit, but that's going to be Buttigieg's job to appease them in certain ways to keep the ship sailing, or the ship sailing hot, straight, and normal. Newsome will have to adjust fire, but when we look at his record in California, it's a cesspool. So I'm hoping and praying that if and when this does happen, that he adjusts fire and uses some of the assets available to him to reestablish a working economy that's good for businesses, it's good for the people in its entirety. I mean, we're not looking for Jesus walking on water, folks, but we are looking to make things a little bit better. We reestablish energy independence. It's a step in the right direction, and that should take us into 24. 24, like I said, I see the Newsome Buttigieg ticket from the Dems, and then I see the Trump DeSantis ticket from the GOP. We'll see what happens out of that, but the left already knows they lost the midterms in a very large way. It's just what it is. And y'all can't get butthurt, for those of y'all out there that are leaning to the left side. You can't get butthurt, because if the roles were reversed and the country was in control of the GOP right now, the exact same conversation would be happening. Because this is ridiculous. People are suffering. I mean, you can't make a wage that's high enough to cover what you need. You can't get the stuff that you need to take care of your families. So neither here nor there, the left happened to be sitting in the seat when all this shit went down. I don't believe this is 100% on them, but I believe this is from 25 years of policy failures throughout. Now with Newsome, y'all don't like Newsome, but what I will say is he's politically connected. You got old Aunt Nancy, which don't be surprised if she ends up in a different role within that administration once it goes down and she's no longer Speaker of the House. It's what it is. The Bushes, they had their fingers in everything. That's how the political system is structured as of right now. I think us as Americans, we can structure how we want it in the future to make sure that we don't have these abuses and these policy failures that have brought us to this point, like the gold-backed dollar, amongst other things, and keeping corporations manufacturing and everything here in the States instead of sourcing it out overseas and being reliant on shipments that might or might not come. Trade deals, obviously, we need to be getting the best trade deals we can and not giving stuff away for free. But that's what it is. I also see immigration reform going to be huge in the next probably 2 to 3 elections, but this is the left's opportunity to give Newsome and Buttigieg a head start on what could be done with 24 and 28. So if he comes out and he doesn't shift and adjust fire and really make himself look like a rock star with reestablishing energy independence and some other stuff to get the economy going, he doesn't stand a chance in 24 if it's truly Trump and DeSantis. With that being said, he would finish out Biden and Harris's term and then be eligible for another 8. Trump DeSantis in 24, and Trump's available for 4. DeSantis would be available for those 4 as vice, and then another 8 as president, because that would be the GOP plan. I do believe DeSantis is very strong domestically on his policy. Only time will tell what his lines are and his views are on foreign policy, but President Trump was very, very, very good with foreign policy and keeping peace where peace needed to be kept. Wasn't always the most eloquent, you know, but it's what it is. For those of us that are paying $6, $7, $8 a gallon for gas, we'd prefer a mean tweet and fucking $3 a gallon gas right now. But neither here nor there, without drawing a line in the sand, because we all have our feelings. What needs to happen right now is we all need to come together. There ain't no left, there ain't no right. We're going to come together as Americans because we need to make things better right now so that we can move into the future, and then we can decide which of those leadership roles, which of those leadership teams are going to best serve us as Americans. That's the biggest issue that we have as Americans right now. If a Democrat gets elected into an office, they only support the Democrats. That's bullshit. And for all you Democrats and Republicans out there that draw hard party lines on everything you do, you're fucking wrong. If you got elected and you're fucking a GOP member or you're a Democrat member, once you're elected, you represent all the people, not just your party. So you have to come out of that lane and decide what is best for the American people based on the values that you have. And we're not doing that. So it looks like we could be coming up on a political reset where we can get away from those hard lines to be able to start acting like, you know, adults again and doing what's needed to support, care for, and love all Americans, regardless of political affiliation and all the other stuff that comes with it. I can see that. I'm hoping and praying for it because I don't think anybody should be excluded. You still have to, you know, act based upon your personal beliefs, but you do have to take in mind, especially as a leader, that I represent a body of people and not just one side of the coin. So, without taking up any more of y'all's time, we're going to be having a space call here in a little bit. It's going to be, I believe, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys are available, jump on Twitter, set that reminder, and I will see you guys on the space call. Until next time, Mr. Doug Spaghetti, signing off.